Welcome to the new episode of IIJF Brand Talks with Jerry RUBELLO. Today we have an extraordinary personality as our first chief guest of this podcast series. It is none other than Dr. Prashanth Srinivasa Murty. So talking about him, he is an astrologer, gold medalist, certified astrologer. Then he have done so much of courses in numerology, astrology, Vedic science. Then he is also a mechanical engineer. Then Tambula Shastra, Tandula Shastra, tarot card reading, psychology, whatnot, a lot of things. So for me, he is also a spiritual guru. And when I had a block or a confusion in my career just few months before, he was the one who guided me. Okay, now we are here. So I'm not talking too much. Let him introduce himself. Prashantji, namaskar and welcome to this series. Over to you.
Namaste. I am Dr. Prashanth Srinivasa Murty. I am a astrologist, numerologist, yantra expert, and I am also a gemmologist. I belong to your category also. And I started my astrology career 21 years back exactly, in 2002 to 2004 I did my courses, and since from there I started giving the consultations. Although I am a B mechanical engineer, I worked in Wipro, I worked in GE, worked in Toyota, I worked in General Motors. Then 12 years back I started this career of astrology and Vasthu Shastra.
So Prashantji, when I used to take classes, especially corporate training classes for the jewelry retail sales staff, lot of questions comes, especially regarding the astrological things, because in South India, if you know, the selling of gemstone mostly happens on the aspect of astrological beliefs, right?
Right.
So going to that, what is actually astrology according to you?
See, astrology is nothing but it is a science of light. That's what they call it. It is a Jyotisha Shastra.
Okay.
Jyoti means it is a light. So whenever the light falls on the horoscope or in the life of the native, that means native means human being. Then we can predict the life events, very, very important life events. So that's why it is called as a Jyotisha Shastra. Shastra means it is rules. So that's why Jyotisha Shastra. So it is an astrology. So we can find the life of the humans, life of the plant, life of the animals. Once we cast the horoscope, so based on the Lagna, based on the Chandra Lagna, based on the Surya Lagna, we can predict the human's life and the events. So that's why it is called as a Jyotisha Shastra, astrology.
So do really that gemstones is related to astrology, or wearing a gemstone or a gemstone product, will it actually help a human being?
No, there is no doubt in it. See, our rishis, they are very good scientists. They have formulated the rules. For each planet, they have associated one gemstone.
Okay.
We call it as Navaratna.
Okay.
In our Vedic astrology, we have 9 planets.
Yeah.
We call it as Navagrahas. What is Graha? Graha means one is planet. Other meaning of Graha is something which is observing and giving the effect. So that's why it is called as Navagraha. Nava means 9, Graha means planet.
Okay.
So for each planet, there is an associated gemstone. So as 9 planets are there, there are 9 gemstones. We call it as Navaratnas.
Okay.
Ratna means not ordinary stones, it is precious stones.
Precious stone.
The meaning of precious stones is Ratna in Sanskrit.
Okay.
So for each planet, for example, sun. How does the sun look? What is the color of sun in the morning? It is pink, orange, red, those kind of things. So if you connect that to a gemstone, a Ratna, we can easily connect that to ruby.
Yeah.
We call it as Manikya or Manik in Hindi. North India mein Manik bolte hai.
Correct.
So once sun is associated with that ruby, there should be some scientific connections.
Yes.
Because as I said, our rishis are very, very, very good scientists.
Okay.
So sun has got some frequency. In this universe, everything runs on frequency. So that's why, being a mechanical engineer, I see everything in terms of frequencies, energies. So sun has got certain frequency, and the gemstone, especially the ruby, is associated with sun, because ruby also has got a proportional frequency. Otherwise, there are so many, as on today, there might be 3,600 to 4,000 approximately crystals, different types of crystals.
Yes.
Then why only the rishis have selected this? Because it's very close to the frequency of sun. What sun gives? Sun gives light, sun gives life. Without sun, there is no food for us. There was no amoeba formation during the things.
Each that 9 gemstones is associated with the frequency of that particular planet.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sun has got some frequency, so equivalent to that is ruby.
Yeah.
And ruby will be different colors. That is pink, then red,
is there.
blood red. Those kind of things are associated. Like moon is pearl.
Pearl
So those kind of things all are associated.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So now, talking about astrology itself, like people have two beliefs, like Western astrology is there, Indian Vedic astrology is there. So which astrology we are actually following?
See, in India, we call it as Sanatana Dharma. In Sanatana Dharma, starts with the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharvana Veda and Sama Veda. And if you see the gemmology, if you want to connect the Vedas to gemmology, see, gemmology has started. The Vedas, what we have got, the Rig Veda is the oldest Veda, and that is dating back to almost 5,000 years back, approximately. We don't know exact thing, but the researchers say that it is 5,000 years old. And even the gemmology, if you see, it is 4,000 to 3,000 years old, and we have got the literatures, classics and all connected to that. And once you see, that astrology is connected to the gemmology also. See, the Jyotisha Shastra and the Ratna Shastra. Gemmology is called as Ratna Shastra. Both are connected, dated back 5,000 years old, as I said. So, that Veda, the 4 Vedas, again it is subdivided into subdivisions, which is called as Vedanga. Anga means limbs. So, the limbs of Vedas is one of the limbs is Jyotisha. So there where the connections comes. As per the Sanatana Dharma, the Indian astrology, we call it as Vaidika Jyotisha Shastra. In English it is called as Vedic astrology. So we follow, as an Indians, we follow the Vedic astrology system, where it is called as a geocentric system. We are more practical than the Westerns. What is the difference between ours and Western is, Western they consider the actual solar system, where Sun is the center of the solar system, and around the sun all the planets revolve around it. Actual astronomy is astrology for them. Because it is Leo-centric or sun-centric. And coming to our Vedic astrology, Vaidika Shastra, we consider the earth as the center and practical. That means you are standing on the earth and daily if you see the sky, what we see in the early morning, we see the sun. In the night, what we see the moon. And in the night, we are able to see all the stars. Early morning also stars will be there in the same position, but we are not able to see because of the refraction of light. There also physics is coming into picture. And if you see in the night, we can clearly see all the planets and stars. So ours is earth based. We call it as a geocentric system, and we follow the Vedic astrology.
Astrology is saying something like gemmology only. Everything comes together: science, history, geology, then mathematics. All things coming together, right? Now coming to jewelry part. You know, people used to say that if we are wearing a gemstone ring, for example, let's say a Navaratna ring or a birthstone ring, the bottom portion should be open and the gemstone should touch the skin, something like that. What is the aspect about that?
I think we call that as in the gemmology terms, it is open setting. Right? So where the bottom portion of the ring is open. Purposefully we keep it open. Why? Because there are 2 aspects of it. That is also physics. So when we wear a gemstones, that too different gemstones in the different fingers, right hand, left hand, the concept is there. We'll discuss about that. And coming to this question, to answer to this question is, the one is light, other one is energies, the vibrations, what you call. So as the light passes, see, you can see different types of stones. In the Navaratna itself, if you take only 9 stones, 9 different stones are there. Some are totally transparent. Some are opaque. And some are also translucent. What is opaque? It is light doesn't pass. It is hard, not even a single photon of the light passes through it. And coming to the transparent is, it is like a glass. almost like a glass, not 100% glass kind of thing, it is almost like glass where the light passes through it. And translucent is 50-50.
Okay.
It is like a window is there and you are putting a very thin screen over to it. That means you are able to find some light, but you are not very clear. The light is not clear. So that is called as translucent. So one is the light factor, other one is the vibration factor. So obviously when there is an open setting, what will happen? The light will pass through it and it touches our skin.
Yeah.
And different fingers are associated to it. So whenever it passes, and especially which is very very sensitive part in our body is hands and legs. Compared to legs, hands are, because everything we touch with hands.
Yeah.
All the, you can see the tip is very very sensitive. Okay, and this whole finger is sensitive, this palm is sensitive. So obviously this is very apt to wear the gemstones there, so that we can grasp the energy. So gemstones are like a sponge, dry sponge. If some water is there, some water is falling onto it, what will happen? It will absorb.
Yes.
So the same kind of thing happens. So that is, one is light part. So when light enters through the gemstone, it touches the skin and always it will be passing to that particular nerve, and where it will go, all the nerves are connected to brain.
Yes.
Signals.
Yeah.
Okay, again, because our whole body works on electronics.
Yeah.
Right. Without optic nerve or without the pulse in the heart, we are not able to live. Even ears also, same thing. If you are able to hear me, that means your ears are working fine because the signal is going. So like that, whenever the light, it stimulates the skin and the nerves. So all the things is connected to brain, and from where the decision is taken, why Ambani is rich and why we are not, because the decision matters. Okay, why the CEO is getting 10 lakhs per month and why the ordinary employee is getting 50,000 or 1 lakh per month? Because of his decision making capability.
So it's actually that gemstones are actually manipulating our brain for a better decision making. Can we say like that?
See, the karma, it cannot be changed actually. You cannot manipulate, but what it happens, it boosts up. It is like a catalyst. It is a catalyst. See, instead of you taking 1 hour to take a decision, it will be minute. That means always it stimulation is there. Someone is stimulating you.
And even a better clarity will be there.
Better clarity will be there.
Okay. So light part is done. So in the Navaratna itself, if you take that 3 stones, for example that cat's eye chrysoberyl or pearl or coral, that is actually opaque stones. So उसमें light pass नहीं होता, right? तो उसमें कैसा है, like vibration
we cannot tell that actually it is opaque, but if you want to test, you can test it. If you keep a strong light over that, if you keep it, at least it's like, it acts like a translucent. You can see, you can check it. So you cannot tell that it is totally opaque. Okay, but still in your case, see, for layman language they don't understand. For them we will keep it as opaque. And as I said, the second part of the gemstones working is, one is light. We have discussed it. Now coming to that opaque gemstones, how does it work? It works on the vibration. There's a very minute vibration. That vibration, see, when your mobile is set in the vibration mode, what will happen when some signal comes? So automatically it will start, because there will be a small motor associated with some eccentric shaft inside. So it will start vibrating in certain frequencies. It has got some frequency and wavelength. So similar to that, although there is no, see, the sunlight, the vibration, that means the surrounding, there is some energies always. There is some magnetic flux which is coming. Inside the magnetic flux only, all the humans, then bacteria, animals, plants, trees, the whole life is present. So these stones, any gemstones, not only opaque gemstones, all gemstones, they resonate. When some frequency is given, what will happen? It resonates. In school days, we have done the tuning fork experiment. There are 2 tuning forks. One you hit and keep it aside. You need not touch it. Even it is far away, but slowly this will start vibrating. Same concept happens through gemstones also. These 9 gemstones are very, very special. And when, although it is there, it is not touching also, what will happen? It is very close to the body. It can be ring, it can be pendant, or it can be anything. Okay. So what will happen? It is very close to the body, and it will resonate. And what will happen? We are waiting to certain fingers or the body part. So what happens? It stimulates that nerves. Because everything is, sensors are there. So you close your eyes and you want to touch your nose, immediately you will go and touch your nose. You are not touching the head. So that is the beauty. That's how the machine is produced by God. That is the beauty. So that gemstone resonate in certain frequency, although light is not passing, like a tuning fork experiment, it stimulates the skin and the nerves. So again, it is connected to brain.
Okay.
So there only, the brain only will take the decision. Then instead of doing wrong things, we will at least 10 wrong things is kept aside, at least 2 or 3, we will do it thoroughly. So what will happen? Life will improve. We will have the better clarity. When you have better clarity, your decision making is good.
Okay.
So that is the beauty of gemstones.
Great. So sir, लोग ऐसा कहता है sometimes कि astrology is completely related to a Hindu culture because of we use that terms puja and Vedic. These kind of terms mostly related to Hindu culture. But I know people who are Christians or Muslims, they are also believing in certain gemstones, right? For example, Muslims का अगर बात करोगे तो turquoise is a precious stone for them. Even Christians also, where we use that raw crystal quartz का स्फटिक माला we use. So is there anything like that? It is completely related to Hinduism or something like that?
No, this is not only related to Hinduism or something. It is related to it is a pure science. It belongs to universe.
Yeah.
And you know, there is a diamond rain happening in Neptune. You might be knowing. So diamond actually in the rain form, it will fall onto the surface of the Neptune. Okay. And there is some like blue sapphire that also falls as a rain in one of the planets, which I have read.
Okay.
So similar to that, there are so many crystals which is there. We call it as the Garbha, Bhugarbha. That means in the crust of the earth, inside the earth, there are so many things which is formed because of the temperature and pressure.
Yes.
We call it as a mineral. The minerals, everything is minerals only. So they are formed in different shapes. And each, not only Navaratnas, Navaratnas is a special category.
Yeah.
They are the masters actually.
Correct.
If you take in a company, they are the top management.
Yes.
They are more powerful. So they'll give good results, immediate results, because they got the authority. Remaining, as I said, there might be some 3,600 to 4,000 different types of crystals. Not exactly sure about the number, but those are also formed in the same way. So they do the mining and take out. As I said, Spatika Mala, it has got different quality.
Yeah.
Spatika, crystal. If you hold that crystal in your hand in a scorching sun, you feel very cold.
Cold, yeah.
That is the property of it. That is the physical property.
Even I am wearing.
And what is the beauty of that? It has got a piezoelectric effect in physics. Whenever you apply pressure, it produces electricity.
Electricity, yes.
You might have heard in the news and all. They are producing the electricity because of the traffic. How? Because
the pressure of the road.
Yeah, there will be some little hums kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very minute hums. Whenever the weight is given onto that or put onto it, it produces electricity. Yeah. How? Because of this crystal. See the beauty. It is very cool also. At the same time, it produces electricity. Okay. Electricity is hot, right? So each and everything, as you said, different stones, crystals like amethyst.
Amethyst, yeah.
Amethyst is very. It cleans the environment. Wherever you keep. So in olden days also, whether it is Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Parsi, Jain, Buddhism. So in all those things, everyone used to have that benefit, because something is benefit, you will keep it.
Obviously.
If it not, you will throw out from the house. That is waste.
So in short, there is no relation to any religion. It's a pure science.
It is purely science, based on the pure science and the frequencies. They are wearing it. That's it.
Okay, got it. So now let's come to the retail jewelry sales part. Okay, that is a main confused area still. Even what happens is, most of the time, even the sales people or the sales executives are not able to clearly explain to the customer. Okay, so even the customer also will be in a confusion. So most of the time, because of this confusion or because of the lack of convincing, the sale will not happen. Okay, that's why our classes have a role in there to convince them. So what are the stories to tell to them, and what are the real authentic things to tell to them. Okay, so let's say, for example, the individual stone rings which we are wearing, right? There are certain things called, this particular stone have to be wear in particular finger. Let's talk about that 9 Navaratna stones, individual stone.
Yeah.
Ruby, sapphire, yellow sapphire, pearl, coral, hessonite, these kind of things. What are the fingers to wear that? Do you remember that one?
Yeah, obviously, as an astrologer and a gemologist, I have to remember. See, there are 9 stones, very simple to remember. Okay. See, the teacher, first we'll come to teacher. So teacher always, she does like this or he does like this.
Correct.
If something is, we are doing wrong, they'll tell, you are not supposed to do like this. Which finger they use?
Index finger.
This is index finger. So always they'll tell you come this side, you don't talk. Shh. They use all these things, right? So this is always Guru. Guru means teacher. So in our astrology, we take this Guru as a Jupiter.
Okay.
Jupiter, okay. So Jupiter means yellow sapphire.
Yellow sapphire. Perfect.
Always yellow. Okay. So whoever is wearing, so even I am wearing yellow. That Guru Tattva is given. Okay. There's people respect for yellow color. Yellow color is always three things. Guru means three things. That means one is health, mental health or physical health is taken care. Second thing is kids.
Okay.
And third thing is cash. If you want cash, wear yellow. Okay. So yellow is always represented by teacher. If you have good knowledge from your teacher, if you get good marks, you will get good job in the campus. So remember that. So always the Guru means yellow sapphire. Yellow, if you remember yellow, sapphire will automatically come. So as gemmology people, as the jewelers selling, they know all these stones.
Okay.
So just want to correlate with the planet, they need to remember Jupiter is yellow sapphire.
Okay.
And coming to the sun, so this is the sun's finger. We call it as, in the palmistry, we call it as Apollo finger. Apollo means sun, S-U-N, sun. Surya Bhagavan. Okay. So whenever you want to keep the bindi or the kumkum or the tilak or the ashtagandha, which finger you use? Usually, as per our Sanatana Dharma, we are going to use this finger. Why? Because this is more powerful. This is sun. So sun is the Atmakaraka. He is a significator for soul. So the soul has to come into the body. Okay. So when the small baby is formed inside the womb of the mother, the sun is the one who is going to rule. He is the one who is going to give the Atma to it, soul. Then only the things will start growing. So this is the finger to be remembered for whenever we used to keep the bindi here or the kumkum here. So our ayusu will get increased. That means ayu means it is a longevity and the health will be improved. Okay. So always remember the importance of this finger, and we also call this as ring finger.
Yes.
So engagement, you remember, so many people who have got married, engagement ring. So remember that engagement ring is sun. Okay. Every day you are engaging with your husband, your wife. Okay. Daily there will be lot of friction. Okay. So remember that. So every day you are having that. That means every day you are seeing the sun in the morning. So you remember this as the sun's finger. So the ruby has to be worn to this finger. As I said, this is the yellow sapphire. Yellow sapphire always should be worn in index finger. And this is the finger where you have to use the ruby. And along with that, see, sun is represented by the king.
Yeah.
So in our solar system, all the planets are revolving around. Which planet, which star? That is sun. Sun is also a star, but in our Vedic system, we consider it as a planet. So we consider him the king of the solar system. So king means always there should be one Senadipati.
Yeah.
If Bahubali is there, who should be there associated with him? Kattappa should be there. So Kattappa is represented by red coral.
Okay.
He is the Mars. We call it as a Kuja Graha. We call it as a Mangala Graha. Okay. So that is represented by the coral. There are so many colors. White coral. Okay.
Black
different
is there.
colors. Black is there. So many colors. But we have to always go for the red coral. We have to go for the red coral. So red coral is associated with Mars. Mangala Graha. So that also always it should be along with the king.
Okay.
So whenever they are going for a war, king and Senadipati, that is the commander in chief. We call it as a commander in chief. Both will go together. So remember, very simple. So that two stones has to be worn to this finger. Ring finger. Okay. And coming to middle finger. So middle finger, if you see, as per the palmistry also, this middle finger is the lengthiest.
Yes.
That is called as Saturn. Shani Graha, Shani Mahatma. Okay, we call it as Mahatma, we not call it as Graha. Those who know, we call it as Shani Mahatma. He is the judge on the earth. Then who is the judge in the Devaloka or the Yamaloka? His brother Yama. Both are brothers. Yama is the judge for the Devaloka, and his brother Shani is the judge for the Bhuloka.
Okay.
So always you can see those who have got Saturn in their horoscope, very prominent Saturn, usually they will be very long.
Okay.
That means the height will be above 5.8, 6, 6.2. You can check 100% it matches.
Okay.
So even here also, if you see the length of the finger, length of this middle finger is more.
Yes.
Okay, always remember, and is the oldest planet. We call it as. And even in Jyotisha Shastra, in Vedic astrology also, we consider him as the oldest planet.
Okay.
Okay, and is the Manda. Manda means slowest planet. That's why if you see astronomically also in the sky, it takes 2.5 years to move from one house to one house.
Yes.
So we call it as a very famous term is Sade Sati. Everyone afraid of Sade Sati. Correct? Janma Shani,
Correct.
Chaturtha Shani, Ashtama Shani, Kantaka Shani. All those things terms are used. So whenever the Shani is there, people will be alert.
Yes.
Immediately their hands will go like this. You don't do anything to me. Okay, that is the thing. So I am telling this all the stories so that whoever is watching the video, especially the gemmologists and the people who are going to sell the jewels, so they will be, for them it is very, very easy.
Easy, okay.
Okay, so this is the, this finger, this middle finger is the place for Shani Mahatma, the Saturn. Okay, Saturn means the gemstone associated to Saturn is blue sapphire. Just now, 2 minutes we spoke about the sapphire, one more sapphire. Which is that sapphire? That is
Yellow
teacher,
sapphire.
yellow sapphire. That is also sapphire. Aluminum oxide. Again sapphire, aluminum oxide. But content, little content will be there. Metallic content and mineral content will be different. So this one is yellow sapphire and this one is middle finger. We call it as blue sapphire. Blue sapphire. We call it as Neelanjana Samabhasam, Raviputram Yamagrajam. That means Neelanjana Samabhasam. That means dark blue. We tell, oh Shani Mahatma, you are the dark blue in color.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Neelanjana Samabhasam, Raviputram Yamagrajam. That is, you are the son of Ravi, son of Surya. And Agrajam, that means you are the elder brother of Shani Mahatma, of Yama, Yamagrajam. That means you are the brother of Yama. So that's what the shloka says. The shloka says it is you are blue in color. Like Krishna Paramatma, he was also dark blue.
Blue, yes.
Okay, so that's why we call it as Krishna. Krishna means black.
Okay.
Okay, Krishna means almost dark blue is called as something related to black. So that blue sapphire is associated with Shani. Along with that Shani, although he is called as Devata, but we are closely connecting him to the Shukracharya.
Okay.
There are two gurus. One guru, already I told, is the Bruhaspati. He is the Devatas. He is the Devata guru. That means he is a mentor for Devatas.
Okay.
And one more guru is Shukracharya. Shukracharya, we call him as Venus. Venus also is associated with middle finger. So along with the Saturn, we can also wear diamond. Venus is always associated with diamond. Venus means we see some beautiful things. Okay, some beautiful artifact is there. We'll tell, wow, superb. And the weather is beautiful. Okay, and if you have your wife is beautiful, my husband is handsome and beautiful, right? We use that term whenever that term is coming. Then whenever comfort zone, okay, you are very comfortable. Luxury bed, luxury car, luxury AC, everything is luxury. Okay, aeroplane, all those things are associated with Venus. So Shani Mahatma, along with the Shani Mahatma, Shukracharya also will take the seat. You think that this is the seats. Okay, this is the aeroplane and you are the seats.
Yeah.
For this finger is taken by Guru. Bruhaspati, yellow sapphire will take here. And this middle finger, one Saturn is already taken the seat. Saturn means it is blue sapphire. And the second thing is Shukracharya is everyone's favorite, especially women love jewelry and diamond. Remember, middle finger, jewelry and diamond. So it is associated with Venus. So both they take the seat. And along with that, one more term I will tell so that it becomes easy for you to remember. See, consider my this hand, what you are seeing, as a Shani, as a Sarpa. This is a snake. So snake consists of three parts. One is the head, middle portion is the body, and last one is the tail portion. Exactly. Okay, the three portions are there. So if you consider the whole of the Sarpa, there should be head of the Sarpa.
Yes.
Sarpa means snake. Sarpa is a Sanskrit word and snake is the English word. See, the Rahu is the head portion. Where the poison is present, poison present in the head portion.
Yes.
So in the horoscope, wherever the Rahu is present, there it gives poison, or wherever it gives the drushti. If I see with my bad eyes, then it will become sick.
Okay.
So that is the power of Rahu. So Rahu is always, whenever Rahu, snake comes, will you tell, come?
No.
No, we will tell go. So that's why it is associated with go medaka. Remember, Rahu is
Go.
medaka. I don't want go medaka. Remember, okay, it is very easy. So Rahu is associated with go medaka.
Okay.
In English, it is called as hesonite.
Hesonite
Always,
garnet.
what is the snake? It hisses.
Ah,
Sound does this. Okay, it does the hiss sound. So that's why you remember that hisnonite. That means hesonite.
Hesonite.
Hesonite, and in Hindi or the Sanskrit it is called as go medaka. That is also associated with the third finger. So now we have learnt
Blue sapphire.
blue sapphire, then diamond,
And
then the
Hesonite garnet.
hesonite garnet. And as I said, the Sarpa is 3, right? So now the Saturn has taken place the third finger. And again the Rahu has taken, that is hesonite is there.
Yes.
And obviously which is left out?
Tail part.
The tail portion is left out. The tail portion we call it as Ketu, Moksha Karaka. For spirituality, he is the one who is going to influence us. So what is Lehasunya? We call it as Lehasunya. Correct? And that is in English it is called as cat's eye. So cat's eye, English term Lehasunya, Hindi term or Sanskrit term. Okay. So that also, that means in the middle finger you consider it as a snake. So what are the 3 portions as I said? It is the blue sapphire, it is the
Diamond.
hesonite, and this one is the cat's eye, and along with that Venus, because Venus is the friend who is going to teach Shani, think like that. Okay, so they will grab that Shukracharya along with them. Guruji, please come to our team. So obviously Shukracharya, that is the Venus, is taken in the middle finger. Clear? Now how many stones over? So almost 4 stones, I think. So there is 4 stones here in the middle finger. Plus one is the 5th stone in the index finger, and the ruby. That means sun. Sun means ruby. We call it as manikya. And remaining 2 stones. Remaining 2 stones are over.
Pearl is there.
Pearl and emerald is there. So pearl is associated with moon. Have you seen the moon in the night time? How does it look? It looks like a pearl.
Yeah.
Okay, where bright, it looks like a pearl. So moon is associated with pearl always. Okay, and that should be worn to the little finger. And this is called as the jala, means water. Okay, watery sign. So watery sign, what will be there? Moon looks like a water. So you have to wear the pearl to the smart finger. And in our Jyotisha Shastra, in Vedic astrology, we consider sun as the father of the solar system, moon as the mother of the solar system. Father, mother, they should be kid. That means they are the king and the queen. The kid is called as prince. That Buddha Graha, Mercury is called as a prince. Mercury is always, he loves green, remember. So it is associated to, there are so many colors of emerald. We have to, as per the Navaratna, we have to go for the green emerald. So obviously, where the kid will be, always the kid will be near the mother. Correct? She will be taking care, she will be nurturing. Okay, always the mother will be, baby will be associated with mother. So moon is mother, then Mercury is sun. Okay, so both are given the last little finger. So very beautifully you can remember all the Navaratna is completed. Okay, now we will just summarize. Sun, gemstone is ruby, and for him is the ring finger. Moon is called as a mother, then the gemstone is pearl, it is the small finger is associated. Then coming to the Mercury, prince. Prince is called as Mercury, it is called as a Buddha Graha, and it is green emerald. That also is associated with the
small finger,
all smaller little finger. And coming to the next Guru, Jupiter. Jupiter in Sanskrit is called as Bruhaspati or generally Guru, and the gemstones is yellow sapphire. Index finger is for yellow sapphire. And coming to the middle finger, there are 4 gemstones. That means Sarpa. You remember Sarpa? Shani, Rahu, Ketu. And these 3 are handled by Guru, Venus. So all the 4 gemstones comes here. That means Venus, Shukra Graha, diamond. It comes to the middle finger. Then Shani, Saturn, blue sapphire comes to the middle finger. Then Rahu, Medaka, hesonite, it comes to the middle finger. Then come to the Lehasunya, cat's eye, that is the Ketu. Ketu. So that comes to the middle finger. Then one which is remaining is Kattappa. We have forgot about Kattappa.
Bahubali and Kattappa.
Yeah, Kattappa you should be coming here because already Bahubali is here. Bahubali is king.
Yeah.
He is the sun. Okay. So Kattappa is nothing but Mars, Mangala Graha. The gemstones is red coral. In Hindi it is called as Munga.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the nine gemstones.
Related fingers.
Correct.
So मैंने बहुत लोगों को देखा है कि in a same finger they are wearing multiple stones. I have seen. Is that allowed?
See, generally as an astrologer, basically I'm a man of physics, engineering. So even the Shastra also, there are nowhere it is mentioned whether you have to wear only one gemstone, two gemstones, Navaratna, Navamala. There is nowhere it is mentioned.
Okay.
But to a common sense, if you apply, see, only so many fingers are associated, right? Each finger is associated for different gemstones.
Yeah.
For example, there is one glass, okay, one empty glass and two filled glass of, one is only water, other one is juice. So you want to fill both into that. Is it possible?
No.
Whenever you are going to pull, there will be a lot of variations.
Yes.
That means it will get diluted. Energy will get diluted.
Correct.
Otherwise it becomes poison also sometimes. Okay, we don't know. Sometimes it becomes poison also. So always one gemstones, one finger, one gemstones. That is the ideal situation.
Navaratna can be weared along with individual stones. For example, in one hand I am having a Navaratna ring. Along with that, if I want to wear a diamond ring, is that okay?
See, always there is something in Jyotisha Shastra, in Sanatana Dharma, for planets also, we categorize them as friends, neutral, the enemies. Even your normal life also, right? Exactly. Even animals, if you see, you can see the street dogs. They will have their own boundaries.
Yes.
So they will have some friends, they are enemies, something are neutral. In all, even in everything, even bacteria also might be there, we don't know. But especially humans, we are very well aware.
Correct.
Some are friends, some are enemies, some are neutral. Okay, so in planets also we are categorized similarly. So there are some friendly planets, some neutral planets and the enemy planets. Say for example, Sun. As I said, Sun is the king of the solar system. Okay. Along with the king, who will be there? Queen.
Queen will be there.
Along with them, who will be taking care of that whole kingdom is Kattappa. That is Mars, Mangala Graha. So these people can become friends. That means when you are wearing ruby, you can also wear red coral. And you can also wear pearl.
Okay.
Those kind of thing. Okay. So there are some categories. That little bit knowledge of astrology is required.
Okay.